Happiness. It's the best part of our lives. Everything we do is meant to chase and acquire happiness. Most people don't realize that the sensation of happiness is actually very scientific. My name is Boston Maxwell, and I'm here to tell you about how social media affects our levels of happiness and what the science behind it is. When something stimulates us, our brain releases two substances called dopamine and serotonin all over our body, giving us the feeling of butterflies in our stomach or tingliness in our fingertips. These are feel-good substances in our bodies. They're called neurotransmitters, which are essentially messenger cells between nerves and other cells in our body. They control almost all aspects of our body and how it functions, including our feelings and all the systems throughout. These chemicals could contribute to the circulatory system, which consists of your heart, veins, and lymph nodes. But joy is not the only emotion that we feel, and those are not the only chemicals that affect the circulatory system. Other chemicals can make us feel things like sadness, fear, anxiety, you know what else. When something joyous happens, the emotional and physical response occurs right away because all these things are happening simultaneously in our body. We have this thing called a happiness baseline, which is our general long-term happiness level. Our daily happiness constantly fluctuates around this baseline. This happiness level is 50% determined from our genetics and 50% from our external stimuli. It's called a genetic predisposition for happiness. Essentially, some people are simply hardwired to be happier in life, and others perhaps a little more serious or stressed out. But this is only half of what determines this aspect of our disposition. External things like cars, houses, looks, food, all these things have dramatic effects on how we feel. Or do they? I read from another TED Talk that studies have shown the level of happiness between lottery winners, paraplegics are at first different, but later on the exact same. Studies collaborated from Northwestern University and University of Massachusetts compiled this study. And this got me thinking, is this the same way with the various manners in which we communicate with others? And how does social media affect it? Through my research, I have learned that some people believe that we are becoming less social as a result of social media. Others say it's bringing us closer than ever. But I've been wondering, who's right? A study from the University of Leuven in Belgium suggests that Instagram usage correlated with feelings of friendship and closeness, which reduced depression. However, despite the encouraging result, the research team advises that if your Instagram usage doesn't make you feel closer to friends, the social networking app can actually be hurting you. People online are either trying to genuinely connect with you or use you for likes or follows to gain popularity and therefore money. On the flip side of this, humans perceive popular things to be great, cool. What we fail to recognize is that we're going down a rabbit hole, looking for more ways to promote ourselves and be seen by as many people as humanly possible. As social media users, we can see people perhaps on trips, dating a model, being a celebrity, but we only see what they want us to see. We don't see the troubles that they face in their everyday lives, or the demons that they may have living inside their heads. And those can oftentimes be from the constant hunger for that dopamine and serotonin release. Studies show that apps like Facebook, Snapchat, Tinder, Instagram per se use a cute or funny noise or sounds as a notification. This isn't a funny gimmick or something that they do as a joke, it's for a very real reason. Scientifically, when we hear these sounds, our body releases dopamine or serotonin and releases these chemicals and becomes like a nicotine addiction, where you're always thirsting for that extra buzz, extra rush. This constant urge for more communication, popularity, and affirmation can be detrimental for our mental health. Social media allows us to be happy if we choose to use it properly. But when we allow social media to use us, we fall into a very, very dangerous trap. Lesia Liu, social media strategist at the Social Media Currents, suggestion reads as, don't get obsessed over likes and follower accounts, but spend time creating and maintaining those healthy human connections. Thank you.